Since the Disney takeover of Star Wars, diversity and representation have been at the foremost of discussions around the new films and shows. It's safe to say that diversity has increased both on and off screen, with more women and minoritized race people both in front of and behind the camera. However, the representation of on-screen characters is still being questioned, the most prevalent of these being Finn. I am 100% with the people that believe he should have been a Jedi all the way through the sequel trilogy. Well, after 5 new films, 5 new TV shows, the continuation of a show, a handful of video games, I mean, it's better, right? Yeah, it's definitely better. The inclusions of Moses Ingram, Indira Varma, Kumail Nanjiani and O'Shea Jackson Jr. show the increase of diversity inside the Obi Wan show. And in particular, with Moses Ingram's Reva and Indira Varma's Tala, you can see better representation. In fact, it's the first Star Wars project since The Last Jedi that has minoritized race women with their own agency and push and drive outside of the lead character's story. Of course, some arguments could be made for Ahsoka, but she is also getting her own TV show, so yeah. Now, I highlight both Reva and Tala for many reasons. First and foremost, the UCLA Hollywood diversity reports show that minoritized race women are the most underrepresented demographic, except in the place of minoritized race directors and writers. If you'd like to see more of that in a deep dive, you can check this video out right here. And therefore, having Deborah Chow helming the Obi Wan show, the likelihood was that we were going to see better representation in Star Wars for minoritized race women. With Reva, we had an Inquisitor hell-bent on finding Kenobi so that she could get in favour with Vader and become the Grand Inquisitor, only to find out that her true mission was to get close enough to Vader, get him on his own, and kill him as revenge for the younglings he killed during Order 66. With Tala, we had someone who dedicated their life to rising in the ranks of the Empire in order to smuggle refugees and surviving Jedi to safe havens. This isn't something she did after meeting Obi-Wan. No, her work brought Obi-Wan to her, and her impassioned speech to Reva to say that this is the person she has always been, someone who works for the people and not the Empire, was one of the best moments for her character and for the show. I really love what both of these characters offered in terms of representation, expanding the character pool for minoritized race women within Star Wars. So has Kenobi solved everything? Is that it? We can close the book on representation in Star Wars. Completed it, mate. We're done. No, of course not. There's still a lot of work that Lucasfilm needs to do. Personally, I'd like to see more projects led by minoritized race characters, centering them within their own stories. Currently, we've only got the Book of Boba Fett and Star Wars Rebels, and although Star Wars Rebels is one of my favourite offerings from the Star Wars pantheon of films and TV shows, I mean, I really love that show. We're still yet to have a film project led by a minoritized race character. The closest we've got is The Force Awakens, and Finn was set aside for the second 2 films, and whereas I do like a lot of the things that Finn went through, as I said at the top of this video, my man needed to be a Jedi. You could have had 2, both him and Rey. It's plausible. And that's where I think Lucasfilm could really turn a corner, really show minoritized race people that, yeah, we want you front and center in our franchise as much as anybody else. I'm kind of looking to the future film-wise, and I believe Taika Waititi's film, or films, is he getting a trilogy, are the best place where this can happen. Of course, it was never going to happen in a show named Obi wan Kenobi, led by the character Obi wan Kenobi. That's completely not plausible and would be manically insane. However, off of the back of Obi-Wan, I would love to see a Reva show going forward, and personally I'd like to see it set after Kenobi, in which she's trying to find her way post failing her mission, trying to kill Vader. Potentially she comes across Ventress, someone who was a dark side user but has come more towards the grey and helps Reva to become a grey Jedi, and maybe they go off on bounty hunting adventures together. That could be a lot of fun. And maybe we could see more about Reva's past as a youngling in the Jedi Temple, something that I feel the Kenobi show missed out on doing to really give her character a full punch in that show. I certainly feel that she was kept alive for something. She's got to return somewhere down the line, right? I mean, maybe there are already plans to have her turn up in the Ahsoka show. It's all possible. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think about representation in Star Wars, and specifically the Obi Wan Kenobi show? Are you happy with what we were given? Do you want that little bit more? Again, let me know in the comment section down below. I really love to hear your positive thoughts on representation and diversity in Star Wars and where you think it can improve. If you want some more Star Wars action from me, just click this playlist right here. Make sure you subscribe, turning on that bell notification, and I'll see you here soon. Until then, Hakuna MaChatter.